Comics Plus, what's going on? My name's Akasan.
What's up, Super Crew? My name's DC-san.
Let's go. Episode 3. Here we go. All right, guys. We're setting up here. This is it for today. We got some nice and fighting fear with fear. No, fight a monster with a monster. Fighting Corona with Corona. We got some 2 Frosties right here. We're about to wrap this up for today's showing, and Terry will be back with the next installment. If you want the next episode, make sure you check out the early access on Patreon. It gives you access to so much: full reactions, early access, exclusives. By the time this comes out, you'll probably be able to see Birds of Prey, my reaction.
Oh, that's right.
I did not have a chance to see it, or it actually comes out in the movie theaters in a few days from now. But they're also releasing it on demand
in 6 days.
And so by that time, I decided it's probably just easier just to stay at home and watch it with you guys. So that'll be my first pure reaction to the episode. Anyways.
To the movie.
To the movie. I'm ready. Here you go.
Thanks, bro.
Fighting Corona with Corona. Quarantine style, baby. Cheers. There you go. Ice cold. Now. So, okay. We're getting a flashback. I think this is what we've been asking for. Like, what happened 3 years ago?
I have to admit, that was pretty cool. Yep. Japanese warrior.
죽은 병사들을 괴물로 만들어 왜군과 맞서기라도 하자는 말씀입니까?
Okay, you got it.
이미 부패가 시작된 시신은 되살릴 수 없습니다. 수망천 병자들을 죽입시다.
Wow.
그들을 괴물로 만들어.
Wow, they fucking turned a whole village like that. Yo. What? Whoa!
They asked him, he didn't believe, and then they showed him.
That's crazy, though. I get his point, though. He's not actually wrong, though.
His point meaning which one?
General.
Hawk.
I get his point. If you want to win this shit,
you need bodies.
Yeah. He's still going for more. Oh, really?
He took on his head? Dude, that was wicked how they did that with the camera.
Yeah.
He can play.
Wait. Did you see? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is it blood?
Might be blood. No,
like
it's definitely a kite.
Yeah. That's cool.
The camera work on this is really good.
Very amazing. Very well done.
조화를 보좌하던 자익이
right hand man.
조화의 명이라며 자가 하나를 끌고 승관문을 통과하였다고 합니다.
He's the mole.
Oh, it is the wife. Oh, fuck.
Fingernail. Oh.
Yeah. That's her, right?
No, that's not the wife.
중환자를 밝힐 증거를 찾고 있다. 비키거라.
Here we go. Oh shit. This is kind of intense though.
Yeah,
like I feel like I like how you really feel the political side of this shit.
사실적인 전화도 들어갈 수 없는 곳임을 몰랐는가? 아무리 어영철을 이끄는 어영 대장이라 하여도 절대 무파할 수 없는 중재일세.
This sucks.
중조마마께서 왜 이 약재를 드시는지 꼭 알아내야만 해요.
That you're connecting it. Yep. You motherfucker! Oh! Waste of resources. Fuck.
Before you die, tell somebody.
Alright. Damn it. Where the fuck were you?
Because he knew. He told them.
섭이야, 그것이
Ah.
큰아버님께서 이리 명하셔서.
Ah. Right. Here we go. And that's his wife.
Yep.
What in the fuck? No way.
Dude, I'm like
That's,
this.
yo.
He's got 2 boys that were in his court that are just like straight up baller.
Damn.
Dang, considering it's cold outside.
I guess
that's the
so.
reason why he's
Yeah.
living That long.
Not.
그 의녀가 알고 있습니다. 저
Thank you for saying something, dude.
Right.
내 선지.
Feel like Game of Thrones on us.
Yep. Sucks. It's a bad. That's a cool shot. Man, these directors. The cinematography is just. This might be the best Netflix show. A Netflix series.
So,
It's a boy.
yeah.
This bitch.
And now that she has the son, that's the smiling face we saw in the trailer. Yada. And what's gonna happen? Crown Prince gets back. He wants to get rid of her, but can't because the kids will have no family.
Right. I wonder if the wife's gonna still be around.
Nah, they're gonna get rid of her.
Next episode, yeah. All right, guys. So there you have it. Latest
Or keep her as a wet nurse.
video reaction,
Sorry,
episode
reaction
3.
video.
And yeah, so Right Hand Man is done. He's done.
Done.
And it sucks because like that seems to be the common theme of this show of
Miss
like
and lack communication.
yeah, miscommunication, lack of information, and coincidental deaths at the most inappropriate time or whatever.
Yeah.
But what it's interesting about this situation is they didn't really allude to it completely, but it feels like the Right Hand Man got caught up. And he got entangled in some shit real early, and they were trying to expose the Crown Prince and get him caught up in a scandal, but they never really could, for the most part, like
And
that.
it's like, we need you to keep an eye on him,
Right.
until we find out what's going on, and for your service, your wife can be taken care of, and she'll be safe. He's like, I need to do that because I have a duty to the Crown Prince anyway, but we need you to keep an eye on him because we think he's conspiring against the Queen.
No, see, I look at it as more like for your own safety and for her safety, you're gonna give her to us type of deal, and she's basically going to be your leverage. It's gonna be leverage. So they got to him real early and shit. Like, we're not protecting her at all. He didn't know the extent of what they were using.
Of course not. He didn't know the extent of, but that's
but
why
it also
dude,
was beneficial.
Dude said, I want to know everything
Right.
and everywhere he goes.
Right.
He wants to keep tabs on him, and that's fine. But it's like, well, why would they need to keep tabs on him? Because something's going on. And that guy, he's not an idiot. He understands that something is off on both sides. He just can't pinpoint it. And then when the Crown Prince tells him, and tells him why, he's like, I actually kind of understand why he did that, because he's in a lose-lose situation.
I think because
but then
because
everything that happens while they're gone, he doesn't even know.
Yeah, if I remember from the
Scholars being tortured.
What?
So when they leave,
So from the first episode, that's the whole thing with the Crown Prince was like he was aligned with the scholars and some other stuff. So
he was aligned with the scholars and things, and he's the one that basically started the concept, of a new power, a new way to rule once his father passes naturally.
And the reason why he couldn't really like directly just tell the Crown Prince like, yo, they trying to catch me or whatever is because he didn't really have power. The Crown Prince didn't really have any power to overrule anything. Or, like,
and if he tried and didn't and failed, then
the wife
him and
is
his
dead.
wife is dead.
Yeah. That's wild. I'm also wondering if
I just knew she was gonna take his kid, and just
well, I'm also wondering about
hurts me.
I wonder what's gonna happen with the guy that was secretly doing the investigation. What was kind
like
of
if they're gonna kill him off. Or
yeah. What was kind of interesting to me was I was kind of surprised that the dude told him do this shit low, do this shit in secret type of deal.
And
but
then he goes and barges in.
right, and then he got real brave on that shit, and I was kind of surprised why you don't want to wear a mask when you're torturing these people. You're not masked up or whatever.
The torturing thing, that's not an issue because he's a law official, and to get information, you do what you got to do.
Right.
Especially in the cusp of wartime is how they're looking at it.
I suppose
But where that falls through is where he goes to
right directly in there. He thought he had that shit wrapped up or whatever. It was just so weird that all that information was just the exposition was given right in front of the people being tortured and what have you not.
That's how I knew it was gonna fall through because it was too much information.
Right. The thing I was trying to figure out was a few episodes back they were talking about how, and I think we already talked about this. All the
Women.
all the girls, baby girls, were strangled. But they said, as far as I remember, there was a boy that lived. Or was it a stillborn or something like
stillborn.
that? Oh, okay.
So there was a stillborn baby, and then there was a child that was born.
Got it.
Then,
Okay,
and it was strangled.
Okay. So there was no baby boy born healthy. So this was the first one.
And they needed to have a boy to cover their tracks.
Of course, right.
The unfortunate thing is, you have all those dead bodies of women there, and it's what do we do with those?
Now, I'm also kind of curious, what exactly is the deal with that totem, that big dick?
The fertility totem. Well, it's basically just saying that she's fertile, and what's going to happen is
it's all part of the plan.
It's part of the plan.
Yeah, because if you see, they even in her room she has the rope thing.
Well, yeah, of course, because that's where
they got to make it all look like.
Well, that's where the guy's wife just gave birth.
No.
Yes.
Not definitely. The same room.
Because they want it to look like she gave birth. If there's no blood or anything to prove it.
Right.
She gave birth and it's all clean. No. They use the same room
I know what you're saying. No, but they didn't. They used a different room. The queen or whatever her name is. They set it all up, and then they still got blood, and they used the fertility thing or whatever. They're still gonna make it seem, but they definitely didn't. The person that actually had
the same room,
right? Definitely a different room. There's no way they were gonna put homegirl in the queen's room and have that
basically,
baby.
She has the baby there, and after having the baby, they take her out. So when they come to check on the queen and things of that nature, there's evidence.
I get what you're saying, but I think they used a different room. But
possibly
because that would again, that would also raise more suspicion of
because
why did you bring her?
Because the queen's quarters are shut off from the public. That's why dude got arrested.
Right.
For
because they were
the door to
the she was in another area.
So it's like saying they're in the back of the building. And that spare room she gave birth or whatever, and then bring her in.
I wonder if is the queen's quarters in that same area? Or
yeah. So that building is the queen's quarters altogether. And then there are certain rooms that are used for specific things.
Right.
But it's usually the middle or the back.
Right.
So in this case, the front part that you see people walking into, that's for the servants.
Be more what it might have been more effective is if they actually did that shit in the middle of the night, investigating and shit. But they got hubris. They got way too caught up in
they were just slow.
Yeah,
they get information but don't pass it on, and then it's like when they do, it's like
I would set fire.
Be quiet about it.
Yeah, I would have just set fire, almost essentially pull a fire alarm, and everybody has to evacuate out anyways. But and then they go in there and do that shit.
But she's in labor then. I guess she ain't moving.
Yeah, right. If she really is in labor, she won't be running out or whatever. But damn, that's wild. That is wild. All right, well we got 3 more episodes to go, and we will catch up with you guys on the next one. Anything else?
No, I'll leave it. there for now.
Yeah, it sucks, but
It does suck. But I also look at it as, it feels like the way they're filming this
yeah.
is if they're not going to have a third season.
Oh, really? You think it's
So
wrapping it all up?
they're wrapping things up, and if people like it enough to do a third season, but they'll end it to where it could be
I see.
either.
I still think like the real.
And
I
I'm
mean,
irritated that the uncle is still alive. That just bugs me.
Still kind of like he on the last.
No, but he's conscious enough to be like,
Right, that is a good point.
take him out.
You think he's faking it?
No, I don't think he's faking it, but I think he's a lot stronger than he's leading on.
Interesting.
Like, he's definitely hurting, but he's stronger than he's leading on. And you know why? Because he watched what happened to the Emperor. So considering what happened to the
That's a
Emperor
good
and
point.
what happened long before,
That's a good point, yeah.
he definitely has an idea of how to maybe manage it.
And you might be
Or
have a cure.
Yeah. Because think about it. You got someone who's going to set the country up in this way and sacrifice people. You're definitely going to have a fail-safe.
The interesting thing
he's Lex Luthor and people. Come on.
The interesting thing is, as we might have learned here, is the fact that now that we've been dealing with 2 patient zeros now.
There's 2 different strains.
Well, not just that, but it's just that we confirmed the fact that just getting bit by patient zero doesn't necessarily mean that you'll turn.
Right. But the people that did turn when they were bitten, why did they turn so easy? What is different from them?
Because no.
Because you had
no, the people that turn when they're bitten, that's from ingesting.
From ingesting.
Diley's meaty,
as opposed to just being turned.
Exactly.
Then that would make sense because, Lord Aang got turned
right
with the pure strand, and he bit him, and he didn't die because that's what happened to the soldiers that they basically were set upon by the villagers. So they killed the villagers, turned them. Once they bit the soldiers, the Japanese soldiers, they just died.
Yeah, that was interesting too.
Because they didn't ingest it; they were just killed.
Right.
Okay.
Whereas
so if you're killed and then brought back, it is what it is.
Right.
But if you ingest it and brought back, when you ingest it, you die. That's right. When you ingest it, you die and you come back.
Right.
That's what makes you a carrier.
Right.
Okay.
Like rabies. Like that. Where I still think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, kind of weird, but it's interesting to see how the sun doesn't affect them at all on this one. Like, and so
it's like, is there a
I was
what changed?
Because that's what I was trying to.
The season changed. Now it's winter. That makes sense.
Right, but here's the thing. That's the one thing that was a little weird with me was the fact that they sent him to kill all the Japanese soldiers, but somehow everybody was dead when. Maybe they edit something out, but
what they did was like, okay, look, we only have X many as soldiers, and there's no way we can repel all of them. So basically, what they did was, like he said, box them in this section, and let those villagers have at it.
Right,
and that's why all the Japanese soldiers were basically wiped out.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
and their soldiers were saved.
But what I'm saying is the villagers themselves.
Yeah. They killed all the villagers, brought them back, and basically just think of it like this.
Yes,
they threw them into a pit.
No, but what I'm saying is none of the zombies were still rolling after that. Like, there was nobody left.
No, because remember, they didn't ingest anything. They were just brought back.
Right.
If there's nothing to feed off of, you die. And half the place was burned anyway.
So you're saying...
So remember, outside of not being able to eat anything... After being pretty much cut down by whatever soldiers were left over, the remaining villagers were killed permanently by Aang soldiers, and that's why they burned them.
From the outside.
And that's how they knew how to get rid of them.
Right.
Another reason why I think the uncle definitely knows how to survive.
But that's what I was saying with Lord Aang, is like, it seemed like they cut out that one part where we saw the zombies take out the Japanese soldiers, and then after that we just saw everybody laid out. I was like, oh, okay, well,
yeah, I just automatically assumed, okay, so
they just killed them all. Yeah, they wiped, because that's the thing I was always wondering was I felt like maybe we were gonna get a scene of like the sun's coming up or the heat,
and then they get up or do something,
and they start hiding, but then everybody knows exactly where they are, and like, and they gotta bury that truth real deep. But
yeah,
it was convenient.
They just burned everybody.
Yeah,
after that.
It was a convenient situation, but it is interesting how I like the fact that Kingdom kind of flirts with different strands.
Yeah, the
just
idea
like
of different strands, and it does make it more interesting. It's like, oh well, if we don't get bitten, then we should be fine. All right, yeah,
Possibly.
true. But what if you get bitten? Because the two things that I always wondered while watching the show was
very similar to Corona, actually.
Bleeds.
Yeah.
Like say you're trying to stop one of them from biting you, and someone hits it, but you ingest that blood. You turn.
Yes.
You get bitten. You turn. Okay, now for the
you have sex with them. You turn.
The first strand where they're basically someone dies and they're brought back. You get bitten, you don't die, but you're super weak. Now, does that depend on your body's constitution? Like, say, you're a super healthy person, so it takes you a long time to die?
Yeah, very similar to Corona, actually. Yeah.
Yikes. Well, not...
Unfortunately, because some people...
the king was really old.
Yeah.
He got sick, and he just straight died.
And you have seen...
And then they brought him back.
And some people that have had contact don't turn. And some people are actually carriers. And some people are actually carriers. And they don't even know it until it's too late. Like,
well, it really sucks to make
that connection. Yeah.
And in no way are we saying that's what's happening in Kingdom, but the similarities are.
I'm just saying. Like, I mean, not to, in Korea, unfortunately, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, one of the reasons the spread of Korea was so much higher than Japan is the fact that there was actually a religious cult in Korea. This is as far as I know, it's a true story. There's a religious cult in Korea that got a bunch of their followers to contract the coronavirus and literally go to public areas and spread that virus
that I didn't know, but hearing that's absolutely horrible. Why would you even want to do that to common people?
Our friend Sean, the one in Korea,
yeah,
he's the one that told me about it, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, no way. And I looked into it. That's one of the reasons why the first couple weeks in Korea there was such a huge spike. Suddenly. So there's this cult out there, church cult that was spread.
A wonderful and beautiful thing, and then there's that.
That's crazy. The mirroring of that shit is so wild, man. So fucking wild.
And it kind of makes you wonder, knowing that history repeats itself, but that's something that's happened time and time again. It's like, why?
It's crazy. All right, guys. Well,
Good discussion. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're gonna get on out of here. We'll see you on the next episode. If you want that next episode right now, check out Early Access on Patreon, including the full reactions. By this time, we probably finished the series on it for a full reaction, so make sure you check those out. And we'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.